Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I am actually going to be trying out the Create Your Own Luxe Soap DIY kit that I got from the shops a little while ago. So in this kit it does come with everything that you need in order to make at least 2 full soaps. There's also a really cool booklet that actually shows you how to make many different types of soaps. However, most of the methods on the inside of the book require equipment that you would have to get from elsewhere that is obviously not included in the kit. So upon looking through the booklet, I figured that with the stuff that I have in my house available right now, I can first of all go ahead and make the coffee soap. So the kit does come with 2 little blocks of melt and pour soap, I think is what it's called. So you'll need 1 entire block in order to make just 1 soap, which I thought was a bit weird considering there's 4 molds. So unless you wanted to make really small soaps and kind of cut them in half, I mean actually that would make sense. But regardless, it does say in the recipes that you need a whole 75 grams or 2.65 ounces, which is a whole 1/2 of what actually comes in the kit, so 1 whole block. So what I had to do with this one was I had to place the 75 grams of the melt and pour soap base into a heat-safe container, which I then melted in the microwave in short bursts of 10 seconds until it turned into a liquid. Then I went over to my espresso machine and I ground out a few fresh coffee grinds. It does actually say that you can use coffee grinds from like the ones that have already been expressed, but I kind of didn't want to do that because it kind of seemed a little bit yucky to me, so I did just go ahead and use fresh ground coffee. So I didn't actually measure how much coffee I put into the soap, I kind of just winged it, which I think is fine, but also the kit does come with a little pipette which you can use to put fragrance oil into the soap. Now I thought that there would have been some fragrance oil included in this kit, so I just kind of skipped over that part. The coffee grinds are actually... My cat sneezed. How rude! He keeps doing that in my videos. Anyway, so the coffee grinds are actually fragrant enough that I didn't think that I needed any fragrance oil anyway. So once I mixed all of that through, I did then go ahead and run along back upstairs and put the soap into the mold. Now it does say to spray the top with rubbing alcohol, but again, this kit doesn't come with rubbing alcohol, so how was I to know that I needed some of that? But regardless, I just went ahead and I poured the soap in and I kind of just gave it a few taps, hoping that that would kind of get rid of some of the air bubbles. I don't know if it did, but if it did, then, you know, it's fine regardless. And then I also tried, once the soap started to cool down a little bit, I did try to put some coffee beans onto the top of it because it does say in the booklet that you can try to do that, but I think that I waited a little bit too long because by the end of the video you'll see that both of my coffee beans actually fell out. So once that was all in the mold and ready to go, you do just have to actually let it sit for about 3 hours. So I did let that sit for about an hour before I moved on to doing the next soap. And the next one I decided to do was the honey and oatmeal type soap. So luckily I had honey and oatmeal in my house. And actually, come to think of it, I could have totally made 2 of these soaps within the same mold. Obviously it would have taken over 6 hours to do that, but anyway, so I did actually just make the one, and then there was a little bit too much for this particular mold, so I put some into the round one, as you'll see in a little bit. The method for this one is basically the same as the coffee one. You just melt 75 grams of the melt and pour soap in a heat-safe container in short 10-second bursts so that the base becomes a liquid. And then once that was a liquid, I did just go ahead and put in the oatmeal and mixed it around. I think I then put it back in the microwave, and then after that I put some honey in and then mixed that around. And then by this point, I do believe that the soap was starting to cool down, so I had to put it back in the microwave for another 10-second burst. And then after this, I did just go ahead and run along back on upstairs and poured it into the mold. Now, as I said before, there was a bit too much for this mold, so I did just go ahead and put the leftovers into the little round mold. So I did actually get 2.5, I guess, soaps out of this kit, which I thought was actually pretty cool. But it would have been nice to know that I didn't have quite enough to make all 4 soaps. But as I said, that is absolutely fine. I could have realistically cut the 75-gram cubes in half, but like, it's fine, you know? So anyway guys, after the honey and oatmeal soaps had been sitting for 3 hours, meaning that the coffee soap had been sitting for about 4.5 hours at this point, I did just go ahead and tried my hardest to get these soaps out of their molds without destroying the molds, because I thought that if I go and buy some more melt and pour soap, I can actually get all of the ingredients needed that is listed in this handy little book, and I figured I could, you know, make a few more soaps. So anyway, I did eventually get those out of their little spots on the mold tray, and the honey and oatmeal soaps smell absolutely divine. You can definitely smell the honey and the oatmeal, as well as the coffee grinds in the coffee soap. It just smells absolutely fantastic. Now, I was thinking that I'm going to give these soaps out as like mini Christmas gifts to my family and friends, which is why I'm uploading this video in December, because I thought that it would be a really good, cheap and easy kind of DIY gift idea for your family and friends. So anyway guys, I hope that you're enjoying my Christmas content this month. If you are, please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And while you're there, why not click that little bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified every single time that I upload a brand new video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button and let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see on my channel next. Thank you all so very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!